BTC is in absolute chop mode. This is fee blendering territory. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get absolutely chopped up. With the result is that in 1, 2, 3 weeks from now, you're gonna look back, see that you had a lot of losing trades and thinking, oh my god, if I would have just longed or short, it would have been so obvious, just hold the trade and it would be in profit. And that's exactly what these sideways choppy periods are good for, is to throw everyone off and absolutely take most of the money from most of the traders. I am going to peel it down for the bigger time frames to the small time frames. What am I looking at and what am I trading right now? If you like the content, guys, do me a favor by liking, subscribing, click on the bell, click on all. Make sure that you also push on the notifications so you don't miss future videos. Alright, let's start diving in. This is BTC on the 12 hour, and we first had this very big range right here that we traded in for many weeks. It is this big box right here, starting off from approximately 91 all the way then to the all-time high of 110. You can see that we were in there from November until now approximately third week of February. Then we dropped down, we had this back test, and now it looks like that we are creating a new range. Is that so crazy? No, it is not, because usually price moves in ranges and then eventually it pushes out or breaks down, creates a new range, and then eventually creates a new range, a new range, new range. And these swift moves to the downside, to the upside, are then just the break in and out of a range. Okay, cool. With that being said, so we can probably establish now that we are creating a new range. At least that is what it looks like right now. You can see this box. I'm going to take it out of the screen, but just to show you what we're looking at right now, that is this. This is, by the way, on the 4 hour, and I've given you a trade, or at least a big target that I'm looking at already for quite a long time. That's pretty much from beginning of the week. That I said there's a very nice target here on the upside, and that is 86 to 87, and the reason is because we then had this point of control, this red line in my screen, of that entire range that comes in at 86 355. Then we have the liquidity from all of these highs, that is the thick yellow line, just slightly under 87. Then we also have the CME gap, which I forgot in the previous video, but that is also hit 87. And we have the golden pocket also in this area, and on top of that we also have a trend line from these highs, as you can see, these highs, these highs right here, and these highs, and then to this side. So this is a super key area, and I'm almost thinking it is too perfect. There's so much stuff here coming together at 86, 87 that is just almost too crowded, too perfect to take a trade from here to down. So I'm almost thinking we're going higher. The reason why I'm using these words to say it's too perfect is because I also said it about this golden pocket right here, the 70 to 72k, because I said if we're dropping down we have these highs, and everyone and their mother is looking at these highs for a potential bounce, and therefore I'm thinking we are going to front run them, or we're going to break down, because it is just too much of a perfect level. If everyone can find it on the chart, then everyone start trading it, and then usually price front runs it or pushes through, then eventually reverse. Of course, if I have my signals, if I have my confirmations, I will still take that short, but I just already want to give you a heads up that this level is slowly becoming almost too good, that I think maybe we will not get it. Okay, now let's zoom in on the 1 hour, because we have seen some, well, pretty odd price action in the last week. Going to take that big box out. So we had that area, but you could also say we are creating a bit of a smaller range within that bigger range that we're creating now. So this is really on the 1 hour, and actually this is what is ahead of us. This is kind of what you want to see when you're trading, because the moves, like, they have not been super big. Does it make sense? Yes, it did, because we just had a couple of days and weeks where we saw extreme volatility. Usually price then goes sideways and accumulates more liquidity before it makes a new move to the upside or to the downside. So to have some sideways action makes a lot of sense. Now what we saw so far is that we had a move from, let me see here, this was taken out the Monday high. This was a nice short. Then here we front run this high, and then here we had a wick on the news, and then we came down again. So far, nothing too much out of the ordinary. Yesterday, however, when we created this low right here, we did take out previous day low. That is the first sign of weakness, because as you can see, you have your change in market structure here. You have a bullish market structure. So this is a nice SFP, by the way, at this bottom. So you actually just want to see continuation. But this right here, a lower high, was already the first sign, like not all too pretty. And then of course we closed a few 1 hour candles underneath yesterday low, and that's the first bearish sign. So if I'm just going off market structure, I actually need to look here for a lower high again to take it then down. And not only the market structure tells me maybe we see another move down, but also this low right here on these 1 hour candles, they just look super weird. I want to see a bit more of a wick. This is more of a cluster. We also front ran here that golden pocket that starts off from 79,300 to 79,600, and once we were creating this low, I was actually waiting for another move down so that we could create bullish divergences on the smaller time frames. I was looking at 5 minute, 10, 15, 30 minute, and then to go higher. Then that would be actually super nice if that was possible. I can also show you here on Market Cipher. Then you can see that we would have gotten a very nice setup. I would have longed that area, but we never got it, and we just slowly grinded higher over the Asia and London session. So I'm still looking at that area. However, because we front ran it now by a little, I think that the chances, since we already are retraced now so high, I think the chances of us now coming down and then creating their bullish divergence are pretty slim. You want to see that somewhere close by this level right here. So something like this would make a lot of sense, or even a little bit lower, but not all the way back up from what we have lost yesterday, and then to create that. So I'm thinking actually if we would go down now again, we're going to also lose that golden pocket. So therefore absolutely please do not set any limit orders here. But I'm now mainly looking, if we are still bullish, for a higher low at the daily and the 78.6, and the 78.6 is at 78 250, and the daily comes in at 78,600. So this area right here, super important. If we got a fast move down on New York Open, this could still be a long trade. Losing this level, yeah, you're very likely going to take out this. And losing this level, I'm meaning closing an hourly candle underneath is already enough. Then I think there's like a 95% chance that you're going to take out this low. Now let's say I'm wrong, and we are flip-flopping, and eventually we are going to flip the market structure now back again to bullish. Again, quick reminder, this was our market structure that was bullish. Lower high here, lower low here. This is your break of market structure. We can expect now a lower low. If that doesn't happen, so let's say price does something like this, in the next couple hours we're making one move down, let's say a backtest of this point of control, and then to go higher, then I think actually that the sweep higher can be relatively fast. And that is a big warning that I want to give you, because we are having these lows right here, these highs right here. You can see there's a little bit of a sloping high, so that means there's stops here, and stops here. And once you are reclaiming here this value area high that starts off from 83,500, then I think you can have a very swift move here to the upside. This is pure liquidity, take it all out, and then to go higher. And then all of a sudden that big target that I had already in mind for a couple of days now, 86, 87, is very close by. And of course we have to see how the price reacts once we're there. For now, and what I mean for now is really the last couple days, maybe even 2 weeks, Bitcoin has been highly correlated to the stock market. And once we see the stock market going down, you see Bitcoin going down, and vice versa. So please keep an eye on the S&P 500. Super important. There are days and weeks where there is no correlation, and there are days and weeks where every tick to the upside and downside is almost identical. And right now we are in a period like this. The whole week the movement to the upside, to the downside has been almost identical between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. So make sure that you have two screens, or split your screen in half. One side is BTC and one side is the S&P 500, and then you can see the correlation, or make sure that you have two tabs open so that you can see it. Very important. Would we break, by the way, this 86, 87? I still have a few targets higher, and we could maybe look here for 89. This is 78.6, but to be honest, I don't have a whole lot there. And then we are coming to this area of these highs. So this is then the top of the range that I just created. And then I think also here it can go pretty fast, just like the highs that I drew out here. It's pretty much the same structure. You can see this right here, just a couple of lower highs constantly, is the exact same here. So once you're reaching that area of around 90k, I think the last move up to around 94, 95 to take out the liquidity here at the top can go pretty fast. Not thinking that we're getting it today. I just want to warn you that I would absolutely not preset any limit orders in any of the areas that I just gave you. So no limit orders in this area, definitely no limit orders in this area. Very interested here in 78.6 and at the daily level, and if we just keep on popping, I will try to get in very locally on a bounce. If I get into a trade, I will update my followers or my fans or however you want to call it on my private Discord, which is public and completely for free. So if you're interested in that, make sure that you follow me in the Discord. There's some great traders there. The link is in the description. Again, it's completely for free. Just check it out, see what we're doing there. I pretty much give you their daily updates and intraday updates if I'm taking certain trades, what the idea is, when I'm taking profits, my stop losses, what I'm trading, etc, etc. So that is some nice extra stuff for your trading journey. Again, if you're interested, feel free to check it out. Thank you guys for sticking with me all the way to the end, and please do me a favor by liking, subscribing, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think this is useful, and thank you guys so much. See you next one. Bye bye.